Okay guys, welcome. I've been asked by a couple of people to do some tutorial type of stuff. Things that will explain how things have gone wrong, why things have gone wrong. And for those of you who've known me and met me and you know about my teaching experience, I was a teacher for probably the last 12 years. So I'll apologise now if I patronise anyone, but when you're used to teaching teenagers, you tend to get a little bit like that. So I've just stripped down a YZ125, I believe it's a 2001. Unfortunately, other than throwing a piece of conrod through the side of the case, it's pretty much done as much damage as you can do. So I thought I'd show you this video just so you can see what's actually happened. So I would say that due to high engine temperature or possibly two-stroke issues or previous maintenance, it's difficult to really say. But the crankshaft has failed, so our big end has failed. I can show you, if I lift this up, save moving the camera. Here we've got, now this here is the big end bearing. If you ever hear people talking about big ends, it should move freely. And this one doesn't. So it's actually a needle roller bearing inside. The needle rollers wear and then they get hot and then they expand, and as they expand they seize up, and then it's pretty much a catastrophic event. I've got a needle roller bearing here to show you, which is, that's a needle roller bearing. Now this isn't a big end bearing, this is a clutch basket bearing. And don't worry about all the swarf all over this, guys. I do a full clean in my parts washer, get every single bit of grit out of it, and then do an oil change once I've built the engine. So that's what a needle roller bearing looks like. So obviously as it gets hot, it expands, it starts to cause a lot of damage. I'll put that back with the clutch. I've actually got a crankshaft out of another YZ125 already that I done for a good pal of mine, Lewis. You right, Lewis? Got your YZ coming back for a new gearbox soon, I believe. Right, so this one has got a bit of movement in it, which is a lot more than this one's got. This one let go. This one actually, when it went, you can see the state of the piston. Bits of the big end bearing battered the top of the piston. Let's get that out of the way. No, I've just realised that YZ isn't Louis. That YZ crankshaft is from... whose was that? Harry's. I got Lewis is coming in for a gearbox. That was from Harry's. As you can tell now, guys, I've done so many gearboxes and crankshafts. I've got a CR250 gearbox over there. Thank you very much, Mark Deadman. I've got to rebuild that one. I've got a... what else is sitting outside? An RMZ250 that I've got to do a complete gearbox build on as well. But anyway, back to this YZ. The main bearings, because there's swarf from where the big end bearing has let go, this main bearing, probably hear that noise. Yeah, that should be smooth. And it's not. Like, that bearing is still a little bit graunchy, but a lot smoother than that one. That one is nasty. So, crankshaft wears out, lets go, bits of bronze, bits of aluminium, bits of steel have kind of just gone everywhere. Look at the state of that. Look, it's all bits of the big end. Nasty. Now what you've got to remember is this stuff is metal and it's flying around in petrol and oil. It kind of works like a grinding paste. Now with this particular engine, it's actually done quite a lot more damage. And unfortunately it's actually done the barrel as well. Now I don't know whether or not you're going to be able to see this on the camera, but I'll give it a whirl. Now this is actually an aluminium barrel, an aluminium bore as some people call them. It's got a chromed plating inside, like an electroplated chrome inside, hardened, so that you don't have to have a steel liner put in. Now unfortunately this one's going to need to be either re-chromed or machined out, a new liner put in place, or a replacement liner put in place, because the grinding paste, as it's gone up and down, has destroyed the chrome. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see in there. Actually, there's also, down in one of these crossover ports, there's actually a piece of the bearing that's got stuck. Now I'm going to see if I can get it out. I'm going to try with a pair of pliers to see whether or not, there we go. That's actually a piece of plastic from the bearing, which is not great. So maybe if you can see it this way, you might, if I get zoomed in, just on the exhaust port, just here, just on the edge of it, it's done the chrome. So yeah, quite a lot of damage really. I'll have to price this one up and give my customer a shout and let him know. So there isn't really a great deal you can do to save yourself any money with your bike with this point. Preventative maintenance is the most important thing. You really should get an hour meter. Now he's quite lucky. The only thing that he's damaged is his barrel. But it could have been a lot worse. This conrod, as I say, could have come through the cases, through the aluminium cases. Really what you need to be doing is getting an hour meter on your bike and changing components like the crankshaft at a certain amount of hours so that you don't end up with a barrel with chunks out of it. I can force this bearing, yeah. So time to strip down a little bit more, do some cleaning and get on the phone and quote some prices up. If you've got any other questions, anything else you'd like to see videos of or frame laps of, just give me a shout. Cheers guys, see you later.